See who is the authentic landlord in Rivers State. Peter Odili. Okay, since 1999, Rivers State has succeeded in projecting itself onto national politics, particularly during presidential election, where its wealth and politicians play either a stabilizing or destabilizing role. This was the case in 2007 when Peter Odili sought the PDP ticket. In 2015, when Odili and Amaechi helped topple PDP's 16-year rule, and again in 2023 when Odili and Wike backed a rival party. Rivers State was created in 1967 by the regime of former military head of state General Yakubu Gowon, retired. It was governed by 7 military governors that were appointed by successful military regimes in the country, as well as 2 civilian governors that were elected by the people of the state, late Senator Melford Okilo and Chief Rufus Ada George. In 1996, the regime of late General Sani Abacha created more State, and Bayelsa State was carved out of Old River State. On May 29, 1999, a medical doctor and founder of Palmer Clinics, Port Harcourt, Dr. Peter Odili, was sworn in as the first civilian governor of the new River State. He won his election on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, a political party that has remained in charge of the government in the state till date. At the twilight of Odili's 8-year tenure in 2007, having won his second term in 2003 with heavy opposition, especially from the riverine axis of the state, forces the same beyond him worked against his preferred successor, then Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Honorable Chibike Amaechi. Amaechi, an indigene of Ubima community in Ikwere local government area of a state, had beaten at least 7 other governorship aspirants on the PDP platform to emerge as its governorship candidate. But Nigeria then's President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, during the PDP South-South Zonal rally in Port Harcourt, declared Amaechi's case as K-leg and refused to give him the party's flag, as was given to 5 other governorship candidates of the party from the Niger Delta zone. The embattled governorship candidate approached the court to seek redress over the removal of his name as the party's governorship candidate in the state. Apparently, in order to ensure that there was no vacuum in the government of the state, or to ensure the emergence of Amaechi's nephew, Sir Celestin Omehe as his replacement. Omehe, a legal practitioner, won the election and was sworn in on May 2007, but was however sacked by the Supreme Court on October 25, 2007, which ordered that Amaechi be sworn in immediately as governor. The development apparently led to friction in the father and son relationship between Odili and the governor, who many analysts believe may have thought that the former governor betrayed him. But speaking on the ugly relationship between the duo, former Chief Press Secretary to Odili, Dr. Emma Oka, said Amaechi failed to recognize the fact that the medical doctor turned politician wanted him to be governor, but all his Odili's efforts were thwarted by Obasanjo. Oka said, what caused the bad blood between Dr. Peter Odili and Honorable Chibike Amaechi was the failure of Amaechi to appreciate that Odili did everything to make him governor, but Obasanjo refused, citing his infamous K-leg comment. Despite what other party leaders said at that time, he refused to appreciate the reality. So he became the governor, and every effort made by people to strike a reconciliation failed. The ball was in his court. He had the knife, he had the yam. So that was it. Mr. Blessing Wikina, who also served as Deputy Chief Press to Odili, insisted that the K-leg that was declared by Obasanjo was not what led to the face-off between Odili and Amaechi. Wikina said the K-leg issue had nothing to do with the parting of ways between Odili and Amaechi. If you remember, after the K-leg was declared by the then President Obasanjo, it was Odili who even provided passage for Amaechi to go to Ghana. When Amaechi came back after he was sworn in as governor, repeatedly told the story about how he asked Odili whether they had removed him as candidate. Odili said yes, you can challenge it if you want to. So it was not the K-leg that led to the parting of ways. Odili and Amaechi are politicians, and politicians always have their points of agreement and disagreement. Amaechi insisted on pursuing his case to reclaim his mandate. In 2015, former Minister of State for Education and current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Odili and Wike, emerged as governor of Rivers State, but not without Odili's contribution. In the way that Amaechi had been monitored by Odili, Nyesom Wike was at one time a loyalist of Amaechi and even served as his chief of staff. But they found themselves on opposite sides of the political spectrum, with Amaechi working against his old party at both the state and national levels. It was widely believed that Amaechi bankrolled the presidential campaign of Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressive Congress. Wike, on the other hand, was challenging Amaechi's preferred candidate for governor and throwing his weight behind the re-election of the then president, Goodluck Jonathan. Amaechi and Wike fell apart long before the 2015 election. In a 2014 interview while serving as minister in Jonathan's, Wike had accused Amaechi of plotting to cut his wings because he was getting too strong. He also said Amaechi has plunged himself into a fight with the then First Lady, Patience Jonathan, which he did not want to be a part of. Speaking on the Odili's support to Wike's emergence, Dr. Emma Oka, who was also Commissioner of Housing under the immediate past administration in the state, said the former governor Odili's support to Wike was full-hearted since 2015 when he managed as governor. He said, Odili threw his weight behind Wike from beginning to the end. Remember that it was very unpopular at that time to have a governor come from a Query ethnic group, but because of the support Wike gave to Jonathan, who was running for the presidency, Odili did not have difficulty in supporting him. He supported him in wholeheartedly till the day he decided to impeach the governor of Rivers State for no justifiable reason. To Innocent Ajelu, a former chairman of Oyigbo local government area of the state, who was also the Social Democratic Party SDP House of Assembly candidate for Oyigbo constituency, Odili was visible in the election that produced Wike as governor as well as the Supreme Court judgment that validated this election. He said, from a 2015 election to the Supreme Court judgment, everybody knows that Odili was part and parcel of it. At a point, Wike himself testified that without Odili and his family, he would not have been the governor of Rivers State. Alright. At a point, Wike himself testified that without Odili and his family, he wouldn't have been the governor of Rivers State. So since 2015, Odili has been part of Wike's success politically. On May 29, 2023, Siminalayi Fubara, former Accountant General of Rivers State, became the governor of Rivers State, succeeding Wike. He was unpicked by Wike, but they fell almost immediately over after their official handover. Now it is Odili that is supposedly keeping office. Wike has been very outspoken about being the one that bought the forms to contest the 2023 election for Fubara and all other elected officials under the People Democratic Party, only for the governor to turn into a political fool. He has been critical of Odili's support for Fubara. Human being they change, but then sabi, then go they alright. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy.